to the Brilliant Kids admin. Awesome. So welcome to our first class of coding for term 4. This will be a 10-week course where you get to learn Scratch in Python. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to cover 2 aspects of coding. Scratch, which is the more simple aspect, and Python, where you get to type it out. But before we start, I want to ask, does anyone want to explain what coding is? Or want to have a guess what coding is? Okay, I see. Yep. Okay, I'll just give it to Nash.
Coding is making games, like coding how to make your own games and like sort of maybe even making movies.
Okay, so you're on the right track. So coding can be used to create something like games. So coding can be used to create applications such as games. So that's a really good first step, Nash. So we'll be doing some mini games of our own using Scratch this term. Also, thank you very much, Nash. I'll ask Daisy. Yep, Daisy, do you want to have a shot?
Coding is a language used to tell computers what to do.
That is very splendid. That is a really good answer. Thank you very much, Daisy. Okay, Alex, do you want to have a shot? Something to add to that?
So Python and Scratch is a language which to program apps, games, and other computer programs.
Yep, awesome. Thank you very much, Alex. Very good response indeed. And last but not least, Ryan.
Coding is when you give a computer a set of rules to follow.
Okay, so yeah, so you can set a bunch of commands and rules for the computer to execute and run particular sets of commands. So that's good. Thank you very much, Ryan. And then one last thing, I'll just give it to Musa.
Spirit can be used for
Yes.
doing some cool things.
Okay, awesome. That is a good response. So you can do, you can pretty much use coding to do some pretty cool things. Awesome. Thank you very much, Musa. Okay, awesome. So now moving on. So what we're gonna do is we are going to start some introduction to coding, and we're gonna allow you all to write your first program and stuff. We're gonna just play around first of all with the Scratch environment, just to understand how Scratch works. Once we understand how Scratch works, in the next upcoming weeks, we'll be doing some tasks, creating some mini games with Scratch. Hope you all will have fun just creating your own games, making your own characters, just to do a bunch of fun stuff throughout the term. And then towards the end, we'll do some more advanced stuff such as Python. So please enjoy every minute of the class. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And we'll get started with our Scratch course. So awesome. So first of all, I'm just going to quickly share my screen. I'm going to quickly share my screen here. So let me know if you can see my screen. Can you all see the screen? Do you all see? Yes, thumbs up. Yeah, perfect, awesome. Okay, so first of all, just can you all enter this? I sent a link in the URL, and what I want you all to do is press join Scratch, and you create your own account. So you do the process of creating your own account. And yeah, I'll just give you all a few minutes to create your own account. If you can't, I'll just give you all like until like 6:35, just to try to create your account. And then after a few minutes, if you have any issues, you can do it in your own time, and we'll start coding. So yeah. If you have any questions, just please raise your hand. Okay, I can see Elizabeth. You have a question? Oh,
Sorry, that was just meant to be thumbs up. All
okay,
good.
that's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much.
Sorry, everyone. If you don't see the screen, you have to stay on view, standard view. Okay, on Zoom. That's how you will see everyone. View, standard view. And the link is on your chat.
Yeah. So what country you live in? You put Australia. You can put your year and date of birth. Male, female, or another gender. Up to you. And you can just do your email address. This is very important because it will allow you, it will pretty much allow you to what's it called? It will allow you to to how do I say this? To save all of your Scratch project and stuff. So I'll give you a few minutes. Yep, Lucas.
I already have an account on Scratch, but I'm on iPad, so I don't have the computer controls.
Say again. Okay. Maybe you should be on the top right corner. You should be able to just do your registration. I am just I'm doing my own registration because it will be personal information, but you just follow the steps and then you should follow the steps and yeah.
Peter, are you meant to sharing the registration
Oh,
screen
I'm
or the
sorry.
Scratch?
So I'm just going to keep this page just go on the top right corner and just continuing the registration on your end. If you're done, that's good. Just wait out there for a little bit. Just familiarize yourself with the environment. So on the top right corner, just press join Scratch and just follow the steps to create your account. Once you've successfully registered, you should be able to see this page. And when you're done, you can just press create and it will take you to the editor. So Lucas, did you have a question or did I already answer your question? I just saw your hand up. Okay, I'm just gonna lower your hand if you have no questions. Okay, so if you're done, please press the create and it will take you to the Scratch page. Okay, if you have an account, just log into your account. Once you log into your account, just create, and you should be able to be on this page here. So for those, yeah, on the top left corner, if you haven't, so on the top right corner, if you haven't created your account, just press on this top right corner, just to create a new, what's it called? Just to join Scratch. Follow the steps to create. Once you once you successfully create your account, you should see this page. After seeing this page, you just press create. Okay, if you created stuff, that's pretty good, pretty impressive already. So that's good. So yeah, if you want to follow along, please follow along to this lesson as a revision. Other than that, we are just gonna keep learning new content. Okay, I'll give you all 2 more minutes, and then we'll continue on to the next part. Okay, so you have 1 more minute left. After 1 minute, if you have any issues, just please follow along with the steps, and then try to create your own account in your own time. Zara, you have your questions? What's your question, Zara?
Every username I try, it always says taken because I tried a lot.
Okay. Then maybe just maybe in your own time, just try some username that is unique, that is different. Maybe add some numbers to the end, and then maybe something that you can remember to allow you to just keep logging in again. So yeah. Yep, Lucas, what was your question?
Well, Lucas is my brother, but I have two accounts.
Oh,
in
Max, sorry,
Scratch.
Max. Yeah,
I
yeah.
have
So it's
two
Max.
accounts, but I'm just in my main one.
Yeah, whatever. Use whatever account that you can access over again, just for you to be able to store and save your Scratch project.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. That's cool. Thank you very much, Max. Okay, awesome. So once you get to this page, press create, and then it should be able to load into this projects here. If you're having issues creating an account, just what you can just do is just go back to this website, and you should see the exact same page, except for without the account and stuff here. So yeah, yeah, I assume you all would like to code in English and stuff, and then you can save your project as well. You can save it. You can save it here, or you can save it to your computer. So yeah, well, if you have an account, you should be able to save to your account. You don't have to save to your computer. You just save to the account. When you log in, you should be able to access your projects and stuff. So awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to try running our first Scratch program. So what I want you to do is go to events, and then drag when flag is clicked. So basically, when you press on the flag, it should run in your program. Okay, so we're going to do pretty much the tradition of when you first start coding is pretty much allow your program just to say something and display something on the screen as an output. So what you should do now is, what's it called? After you do when green flag is clicked, go to looks, and then you can just say hello, or you can just drag this here, and you can just maybe say hello or hello world. That's pretty much the first program that you will write pretty much in any language. If you can get this running, then you should have a good foundation to run your programming and to code in general. So this will be the first step. If you know how to use Scratch already, by all means, just play around with it. Maybe you make your character move. Just make it do some stuff. Up to you. Yeah, but basically, for those who are new, we're just gonna make your character say something. So once you get this, you press the flag. Your cat pretty much says hello world. So that's pretty cool. So that'll be your first program. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you all probably 1 more minute. If you can pretty much allow yourself to display hello world. If you can get the cat to say hello world and stuff, give yourself a pat on the back because you've written your first coding program. Yep, I can see some of you patting yourself in the back. Nice. Yeah, perfect. I can see Ethan. See a lot of you just writing your program for the first time. So once you get that, you can pretty much allow what's it called how do I say pretty much make it say anything you want, like you can say hello, and then you can say I am a cat. Nice to meet you. So the thing is, the issue is when you do it back to back, it'll just run everything at once. But we'll just pretty much get to how to make your cat just say everything sequentially after this. Once you can get your cat to say hello world, that will be the good ultimate first step. I'm just gonna wait for a few seconds before just gonna ask if what's it called? If you have any questions, anyone has any questions, and then we'll pretty much what's it called? Continue on with the next stuff here. Daisy, what's up?
What are, what are we going to be using for the Python?
Python? Okay, so we'll be using just online an online environment, just similar to this. So you can just pretty much type and save all of your Python code online. So yeah, so that's pretty much the next step. But that's more for later this term. Okay, Max, what's up?
Are we allowed to post our projects, like if you've done it?
Yeah, if you can find a way to post maybe in a chat or something, like as a screenshot, yeah, feel free to do so.
Mm.
Thank you very much. Awesome. Okay, so now once you get to the next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to pretty much allow our program to run just for a few seconds. Make your character just say one thing, and then for a few seconds later, we're gonna say get the character to say the next thing, and after a few seconds, we're gonna say the final thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace this program here, this block of code, with this block of code just for 2 seconds. So instead of saying just purely hello world, you can just say hello world, hello world, and then for 2 seconds, you can now say I am a cat. And then you can now, after that, you can say, let me just quickly take this out of the way here. You can say, Nice to meet you. And then if we run this, cat, nice to meet you. I'm obviously misspelled word. It should be a O instead of an E. So yeah, I'll let you all try this. If you have code here, you can just delete it by dragging to the left side. So yeah, I'll let you all give you for a few minutes just to figure that out. Okay, Max, do you have a question?
Oh, I think hand still stayed up.
Okay, that's fine. You can just lower your hand. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, once to pretty much make your program run, you just pretty much press the green flag. When you press the green flag, it pretty much runs your program. Adam, you have a question?
I can't see the cat on my screen.
Okay, are you on your laptop or are you on your iPad?
Laptop.
Okay, maybe if you maybe not sure, maybe what you can do is zoom in and zoom out. Maybe zooming out might help. If not, you can just play around with this button here. You can either have like a small cat or you can have a very large cat. I'm just going to zoom this here so make it larger for pretty much all to see.
Smaller. Which one? Maybe shift.
Okay, awesome. Does anyone have any issues with this? So we can potentially move on. I'll just give a minute if anyone have any questions or have any issues before we move on to the next part. Oh yeah, so that's the thing. There's meant to be, yeah. No, it's pretty much imagine this program running like a interactive comic, you know? So you should not hear a voice. You should not hear a voice. Yep, awesome. Okay, now what we're gonna do is maybe allow yourself to interact with the cat, so you can pretty much have a conversation with a cat. Yep, I can see Anna. You sent me your code personally on inbox, so that looks really good. Thank you very much, Anna. Just before we continue, does this pretty much say, "Hello world, I'm a cat. Nice to meet you"? Does it pretty much say that? Maybe because I can't see. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pretty much allow the program to allow the cat and the program to interact with you, so you can respond to the program and pretty much have your own conversation with the cat. So what I want you to do is just pretty much drag and drop from us, and then yeah, so pretty much what's your name, and then what you can just pretty much type hello world, I am a cat, nice to meet you, and then they'll ask what is your name. You can just say my name is Peter, or you can say my name is Carlos or Elizabeth or Greg or something like that. And then yeah, but then the thing is like you want the cat to respond to your answer to that question. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make the cat reply after you answer your question. So it is what we're gonna do now is we are going to go back to look. So basically for this, just go to sensing. You can just like scroll up and down, or you can just go to the sensing part here. You just press sensing. When you press sensing, you can pretty much find the what is your name part, drag it below here, and then wait. After that, what you can do is go back to looks. You can just say, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet. Maybe we can just say nice. Helen, what is your name? Oh, it is good to meet you. And then what we can do is we can below put the answer here. So you pretty much had a conversation with your cat, which you pretty much program yourself. So it's like creating like an interactive robot, but instead of in real life, you have it on the screen. So a robot cat, pretty much. So I think it's personally pretty cool. But I'm just gonna run this program and then see how it looks like. And then I can just type Peter here, press here, it's good to meet you, Peter. So yeah, so pretty much it says it's good to meet you, and then you'll respond with your name. So yeah, I'll just give you all a few minutes, just get to this point. So yeah, if you have any issues, just you can ask me a question. And then maybe if you're having issues just catching up, you can just rewatch this video again once it's on YouTube at your own pace, and maybe try just maybe doing some other what's it called just other commands. Maybe just make the cat say something else, however you like and stuff, you know. Okay, does anyone um okay, so does anyone have any issues, or is anyone confused by this? Yep, if it said your name, no, that's good. You're gonna replace yeah, that's pretty much awesome. So if you pretty much you should say your name. So maybe just we can just say Dylan or something. What is your name? You can just say your name is Dylan, and it is good to meet you, Dylan. The thing is, maybe what do you want to do? Maybe if to make it look more neater, to make it look more smoother, you can combine this together. You can combine this together so it is all on one line. You can write, "It is good to meet you," and whatever your name is. So what you can use is you can use the join here. So you can write, "It is good to meet you," and the answer here. So what you do is you can say, "Hello world, I'm a cat, nice to meet you. What's your name?" You type your name, and you can say, "It is good to meet you. It is good to meet you." And then you can say Dylan here. Maybe add in space, just to pretty much what's it called, add a space here, just to pretty much allow it to look more neater. I'll show you what happens if you don't put a space. What is my name? I can just say now, I can just say Emily here. It is good to meet you, Emily. Awesome. Maybe if I just remove the comma and the space, we'll see what it looks like. We can just say maybe Jacob here. See, if you don't add the space, I'll just maybe put this on for like 10 seconds to make it go for longer. So I'll show you what happens if you don't add the space, the comma. I'll probably say Alex here. It is good to meet you, Alex. But it doesn't look really neat here. So to fix that, you can pretty much the comma and the space here. So it should make it look a lot neater. Maybe what I'll do is I can say Ali here. It's good to meet you, Ali. So yeah. In the meantime, you can also rename your project here. So maybe we can call it week 1. So we can open a new file, load, or you can just pretty much load like your previous projects and stuff. Okay, so when your cat, so when the cat stops talking, so I think when you mean some of you who said that the cat stopped talking, when it says, "What is your name?" it will stop talking. You can see this icon here. It is expecting you to type a response for you to reply to the cat's question. So you can say, Jason. When you press Jason, you can press the tick button here. After you press the tick button, you can say it is good to meet you. And then you run for 10 seconds. I'm just going to do 2 seconds just to pretty much go back to the normal length. Okay, we'll just give it a few more minutes before we move on to the next section. Okay, does anyone want to explain what the program does? Or if they finish it, if they want to raise a hand and explain what the program does. Yep, G.
Actually, where do you find the join?
Oh, yes. The join, you can find join in operators and it should be here.
Okay.
So it's the green, then join should be
Yeah.
found here. Awesome. Thank you very much, G. Okay, so does anyone have any more questions before we move on? Otherwise, if you got this far, please give yourself a round of applause for getting to this point so far. I can see Callum, you have your hand raised, but in real life, do you have a question?
What are we going to make it like? Are we going to do another person talking with the cat, or just do
We'll do that. We'll do just one character for the time being. For this class, but in other classes we'll have multiple characters and objects interacting with each other in other classes. This is just an introduction, but thank you, Callum. Also, Callum, you should find an option just to raise your hand on Zoom.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. So it will be much easy for me to see if you have a question raised. That's all. Awesome. Thanks, Callum. Okay, let's see. I can see some of you sending stuff that you've done. Yep, just looking at one of yours right now. Yeah, it looks really good. Just make sure you add the comma and the space just to make it look neater. Otherwise, they'll just be joined together and it will not look as neat. So you're very close. Very good point. Nice to meet you. What is your name? You can just maybe say Callum, because we talked to Callum last. If you just do the comma and the space, you'll make it look a lot neater. And then probably I'll just say Peter again. Okay, awesome. Yep. Gene.
So there's an issue with mine, and when I asked the what's your name, it makes the cat say my name.
Okay. So is after you said your name, it just says name, right? Okay. Did you do the join? Did you first of all
Yes.
did you type this beforehand?
Yes, I did that, and then I put the answer. I did it for 2 seconds.
Okay, but it only says your name, right?
Yeah.
It didn't say it is good to meet you, right?
Yeah. No. It does say it's good to meet you, but it makes the cat say my name.
Yeah, that's the purpose. That's the point. That's we want the cat to say your name. So if we just run this program again, I'm a cat, and then nice to meet you. What is your name? If you say G, it's good to meet you, G. So that's what you meant to do.
Oh no, but well, but when I ask what's your name, when I type it in, the cat says G, and then it says nice to meet you, G.
Oh, okay. What you probably did? What you probably did was you added this in here. So I assume what I assume you did is you just add here and you put answer in here. So I assume this is what you did. So this is similar to what you've done. I was just gonna quickly test it right now. Let me put G, and then it is good to meet you, G. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay. So what you should do is drag this part down, and then the one above, just drag it to your left, and then put this up here,
Okay, hang on.
and see if that works. Awesome.
Okay,
Okay, once we get that sorted out, yep, awesome. There.
thank.
Yep, thank you very much, G. Hope this sorts out your question. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our cat animate. Pretty much the basis of like a game is to make your character move. So what we're gonna do, Scratch has this feature that allows your character just to move or just to turn and do some other stuff. So what we're gonna do is we are going to make your character just move forward by 10 steps. So maybe we can have your character maybe move and then greet you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this on top here. You can just drag this here, and it's like it's like pretty much like a Lego block. So it's more flexible. You can just drag it or drop on top of whatever. It will just put a preview on where you want to put it. I suggest you put it on the very top. Once we run it, it moved 10 step. But 10 step is pretty slow. So what we're gonna do is maybe we're gonna try 20 steps, or maybe if we do a larger number, it'll be a bigger step here. So maybe if you want to do this leap, this be 100 step, but I'll maybe want to do a bigger step. Let's do 200. If you want to stop and restart, press stop here and press the flag just to restart here. And then now it's just pretty much running the whole program. So 200 step is like from here to almost past the middle of the screen, depending on what screen you're using. I'm just going to run the program again. And I'm just going to say, Peter, run the program. And then what we're going to do is maybe we make it spin, we make it turn, and then we will we'll make it turn, and then we will we'll move it back, like make it walk away or something like that. So what we're going to do, just going to quickly look at the different motions. You can make it turn, you make it glide, you can make it point. And yeah, we're just gonna make it rotate. And then we can make it turn, and then we'll make it like walk down away or something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably set this to 90 degrees. Make it turn by 90 degrees. It's probably gonna move away, probably like 100 steps or something. I'm just gonna move this back here. So we can always start on the left side. You can always move the cat around here. We always want to start on the left side. We can just manually drag the cat. So we're just going to try running the program again. So it moves here. Cat. Nice to meet you. And you can just type your name, etc. You should turn and it should move down. So I'll just say Peter again here. Nice, good to meet you, Peter. You should turn and then move down like that. We can make it look smoother, but that's for a different lesson. But for the time being, it just pretty much does the basic stuff here. And then we can always change the direction. I want to make it start always from this position here. So maybe when you just find a position you want, move it on to the left side. You can say the go-to. The go-to pretty much tells you where on the on the page it is. So imagine this like a chess grid. You have like A1, A1, A2, A3, B, C3, C4, etc. It pretty much tells you what grid you can start at, you know. So I want to start maybe here. What we're going to do is we're going to go to X. We're always going to start at X. And we always want to make it face, how do I say this? We make it face in a 90 degrees here. You can also change the direction by just pressing it, and you can just spin around. We're gonna make it face right. Facing right will make it 90 degrees. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it point at direction 90 degrees. So let's just say your cat is at this random position, maybe upside down. We can make it go back to the same position here. Cat, nice to meet you. And maybe just say Peter, etc. And then when back here, we press the start. It should go here, and then it will move forward 200 steps. And yeah, type this program again. And then I will also maybe make it wait for a little bit before it starts at the starting position. Maybe wait for 2 seconds, or maybe we wait for 1 second or something like that. So if you go to control, you can make your program wait for a particular time period, and then wait for a particular time period, and then it will move forward. So just start here, you'll wait for 1 second, you move to the middle, and then I'm a cat. What's nice to meet you? What's your name? And then here, good to meet you. And we'll move down here. So maybe what we can do is just to make it more smooth, we can make it wait for 1 second here, and then we'll make it move after turning. So hello world, I'm a cat. Wait for run this program here, maybe type Peter here. Good to meet you. It's gonna pretty much like turn and then step down like this. So yeah, this is pretty much a mouthful. So just try to add this as best as you can. Just press go to this. You can find the go to stuff here. Point at direction 90 degrees. You make a move at a particular step. The bigger the steps, the farther away it goes. Turn will make it turn, and then yeah, just gonna move down a particular like that. So I'll just see some questions. Yeah, so Alicia makes a good point. So you can pretty much make run in small steps. You can make it like run in a loop, just to repeat itself, just to make it look more, what's it called? How do I say this? More smoother and stuff. But we'll get it in the next lesson. Okay, some of you have questions, just please use the raise hand button here, so I can see. I'm sharing my screen, so it's a bit hard to see the chat unless I check it. Yeah, so this should be the last component that we'll be doing for today. We pretty much allow you to have the chance to make your cat move, allow to wait between commands here, to allow you to interact with the cat, and to make the cat say something, and then pretty much allow it to move and turn a particular direction. So I'll answer Max's question.
Yeah, Scratch isn't responding to me.
Okay, if it is not responding, if you have created your account, you can just save and open up again. You can save and open up again, and then if not, you just start from scratch. Oh yeah, start from scratch. That's funny. Start from the beginning, and then just try doing this code. We're finishing class in a few minutes, so if you don't get this done today, that's fine. You can always rewatch the YouTube video later throughout the week. Your parents should have the link to rewatch the video and stuff. So yeah, hope that answers your question, Max. Okay. Yep. Is this Kemai? How do you pronounce your name?
Samaya.
Semaya. Yep. What's up,
I have
Samaya?
a question. My cat went off the screen. How do I get it back?
Okay, yeah. So your cat went off the screen. Okay, so first of all, okay, so let me just assume this is say you start here. I'm just gonna just quickly assume that let me just quickly assume that you started at this random place here. So I'll just say it's not in the center. It pretty much went up the screen like this. I assume that's something that happened to you.
Yeah.
What you can do is just let me just quickly just if you can have your cat maybe if you just press the flag again, or maybe just maybe I don't know, just zoom in or zoom out or something. Just drag your cat to the very left side. When you drag your cat and stuff, you should see these numbers changing. Do you see?
Okay.
The numbers?
Thank you.
You can drag it to the left here, and then maybe now you can just put a new go-to on top of this, and then drag it to the very top here like this. So if it's like off the screen, if you stop the screen, you can just press this, what's it called, the flag icon again, and it should pretty much get back to the position that you want to. So maybe if you do Maya here, maybe try running this,
Thank you.
and then it should work. Awesome. Hope that answers your question, Samaya. Okay, awesome. So this is pretty much the lesson. If you haven't reached, okay, I'll just probably answer Jason Lakin's question before we wrap up this class.
Okay, so real quick. So me and my brother have done pretty much everything, and we have done really good with it. Yeah, and I made my cat fly pretty much. Yes, we pretty much done everything.
Nice, good job. If you got to do that, if you got yourself to this point, you should give yourself a pat on the back. And yeah, no, this is the first lesson. We have many more stuff to cover. Yeah, if you got to this point, just give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself a round of applause, etc. Whatever makes you feel good. You made it to this first stage. If you haven't got to this stage, or if you're still trying to catch up, just rewatch the video in the YouTube link that will be sent throughout the week, and just review it in your own time at your own pace. And hopefully next week we'll get to learning new content, new backgrounds, just create new scenarios. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the first class, and I will wrap up this class. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this first class, and I'll see you next week.
All right, thank you, Peter. So the time is finished. I hope this is the first class, so it's quite well. For some, it's basic, but for some, you have to cater for everyone. So some are pretty much simple, like maybe Alex. But for other people who are new, that probably a bit full on. So yeah, it's hard to judge. I think we try to strike a right balance here. All right, if you couldn't catch up, tell your parents to send us an email. We will send you the YouTube link and you can catch up later. All right, that's it, everyone.
Awesome.
I'm gonna unmute everyone to say goodbye to Mr. Peter. Thank you.
Bye.
See you all. Enjoy school tomorrow, and I'll see you all next week.
All right,
Thank
see you.
you.
See ya. Good luck with term 4. I'll see you all next week.
All right, see you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.